Hey buddy, welcome back to the channel and to World of Warships. So, sorry for not having done a commentary in a really long while, but as I explained in one of the videos early in this year when COVID-19 hit all over the world, is that I was forced to work from home, and so was my wife, and I'm sharing a pretty decent flat with my wife and two children, but even though it's a pretty decent size, my kind of man cave is in one part of the prolonged hallway, so to say. So, of course, that presents quite a challenge if you want to do YouTube commentaries while the kids are playing in the next room and my wife is working in the other room. So, yeah, that's why I have to resort to typing commentary text, pretty much. But now my wife have started to work at her actual office, so the situation has changed a bit. So hopefully I can do a bit more of these real commentaries, which I actually like the most to do on my videos. So back to the game. Today I showcase a game of the Tier 8 premium Japanese torpedo destroyer, the Asashio. And if you follow my channel for a while, you know that Asashio is probably one of my top 5 ships in the entire game. This is a pure monster. I mean, the combo of 20 kilometer deep water torps with torpedo reload and a smokescreen, and pretty much best in class concealment, and pretty decent guns as well, as I will show in this video. So that is something that many, especially new players, don't really understand, that Japanese destroyers, I mean the torpedo destroyers, we all know that Akizuki, Kitakase and Harugumo is monster gunboat destroyers with monster DPM. But the torpedo line with Yugumo, Shimakase and of course Asashio, which is actually my favorite line of the two, the gun versus the torpedo line. They actually have pretty decent guns as well. They have pretty high alpha damage on these guns and also a pretty decent fire chance, which I will showcase also in this video. So of course I'm not telling you to try and pick a fight with enemy Harugumo or Akizuki or Daring or something like that, but to set like permafires like I did on this enemy Iowa, after I landed a couple of deep water torps on him and force his damage con, and then land a couple of permafires is an excellent way to finish off a target. Now unfortunately I didn't get that kill, even though I did the majority of the damage. The Donskoy on our team actually killed him off. But otherwise I surely would have gotten the kill with my permafire that he couldn't put out. So that is something you will see me do quite often in especially Shimakase and Asashio, which have smoke screens. But even though I play my Tier 9 Yugumo very aggressively with torp reload booster instead of a smoke screen, I actually usually finish off my targets with the guns on that ship as well, even though I can't really break contact like I'm forced to do right now. using my smoke screen, because I managed to pull a Notzer and run right into an island. So I landed a couple of more torps on the Republic. He will soon spot me because it pushes in, so there is why I engage my smoke screen, and now I will start using my guns to hopefully get a permafire. And as you can see, my first shells that land on the target sets 1 permafire, so that will be ticking for the full duration on this Republic. And this is a good showcase on why you should always use your guns when you're able to. So now instead I'm switching to the Kronstadt, which is of course a very dangerous radar cruiser. And he seems to have his radar on cooldown, because he should probably use it now if he were able to. So he goes dark and I switch to the Hindenburg instead. Then the Kronstadt gets spotted again, so of course I will like to finish this guy off, because 1 less radar on the enemy team means that I will have a whole lot of more freedom during the last half of the game pretty much. So as you can see, I managed to land a fire on the Kronstadt as well. He pops his, I don't know if it's hydro or radar. Yeah, it should be radar. So I get spotted for a brief moment. So of course I will do whatever I can to actually kill him off, so his radar dies, which I managed to do. Now the Republic is still kind of hiding behind this island because he knows that I'm here. So of course he doesn't want to push out in any direction, because he knows that I will just devastate him. But he got probably a bit spooked by our Grosser Kurfürst pushing him from behind. So he felt forced to push out from his hiding spot, and of course then he becomes a great big easy target for my deepwater torps. One thing I actually forgot to mention is that by accident I actually ended up in a game with one of my clanmates, which is actually playing in the new tier 10 premium Japanese battleship, the Shikishima, which will be getting spotted pretty soon because he's pushing straight down the middle of the B cap. And of course, when you happen to get into a game with one of your clanmates, those usually become your number 1 target, because it's kind of a bragging rights. It's always nice to be able to laugh a bit to your clanmate because you have killed him in the game. But as you can see, this entire game has been pretty much an uphill struggle. I mean, I didn't really know what my team was doing around the B or the C cap, but half our team just died. We haven't gotten any cap yet, so I'm actually trying to push into the A cap real soon here to try and actually get the first cap for our team. So we are down on ships. We have 2 ships less than the enemy team. They have 2 caps advantage over us and about 500 points advantage over us. So this shouldn't be possible to win for our team, right? I mean, it should be pretty impossible. But let's see what happens in the end of this game, because I think you're gonna be a bit surprised. So this is Grimster in his Shikishima, which is my clanmate. I was hoping to be able to torp him, but I'm not sure what our Montana are planning to do. And Grimster is pushing pretty straight into me, so I'm not really sure if I will be able to torp him or not. I look at our Montana and I actually do a calculated risk and send my torps because I think that he won't be able to turn in and get struck by them. And of course, while thinking about this, I derp like a noob and actually glide out of the cap zone. So yeah, that cap we needed so much. Well, I just go straight in again and try to reclaim this cap because we really need these points. So right now it's still 2 ships less than the enemy team, and it's only 2 battleships left, which I can actually kill with my deep order torps. Kurfürst is in the B cap, and we also have the Monarch in the north. So I will try and get a better angle on this Kurfürst while also capping the cap. And then I think I will try to go north, perhaps. Because I do see the Des Moines, the only remaining radar cruiser on the enemy team, last spotted in the C cap. So I want to try and stay as far away as possible from him at all times.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Oh shit! I didn't really count on the Des Moines actually being here in this gap. So, well, it's just time to get the fuck out of Dodge, so to speak. Excuse my French. So I'm just hoping that he doesn't have the special module so he can accelerate around this corner and just blap me to death. So I will be hugging the shoreline of this island as much as possible while circling around and hoping that the Des Moines will not push after me, since he will pushing straight into our Montana. But my radio location actually switched. And okay!
Surprise, motherfucker!
So, what is that old saying? Out of the frying pan into the fire? Yeah, that was pretty much what I felt right now. So, I'm just damage conning, trying to get my smoke to conceal me as soon as possible. If he lands one more shot or one more fire on me, I am so dead. I'm on 409 HP. Fortunately, my torps did find their target and I secured the 3rd kill of the game, and I'm up to 176,000 damage done with 4 fires. And as you can see, 73 shell hits from my main guns. And that is pretty much how I play my Japanese torpedo destroyers. I use my guns all the time to secure kills, to set some perma fires after I landed some devastating torps. And especially on these kind of destroyers where you have the option of using a smokescreen as well. But as I said before, even though I play my Yugomo very aggressive without smokescreen, because you need to choose between smokescreen and torpedo reload booster, I use my guns even in Yugomo. But then you have to do it very smart when not so many ships are able to shoot back at you. And here I do actually kind of a calculated risk. I know that our Montana is in the line of fire, but I'm pretty certain that the Montana will turn away. And I should strike only the Kurfürst if my torps actually reach the target. But as you can see from a shore loss, we have actually turned this back huge bit. We're equal in ships, 3 versus 3. The enemy team, of course, has still 2 caps over R1. And they are, of course, leading with about 500 points. I'm looking at my torps. They could potentially be quite effective, but maybe the Montana will need to finish off the curve first. I'm not really sure about the Bismarck and the Akizuki back in our spawn. What's the status between those two? Our Montana actually killed off their curve first with a fire. Now, I would like to help our Montana with this Swedish destroyer Öland, but considering me having only 400 health points, I kind of need his help to tank for me while I help him kill him, because if I get spotted by the Öland, he can kill me in like 1 or 2 shells. But fortunately, the Öland is engaging our Montana, so I know where he is on the map, so I can actually start to push in closer, because of course I want to push into the B cap to stop the points bleed. And I see that our Montana is probably pushing into the C cap, which will also stop the point bleed in that cap as well. I would really love for our Bismarck to actually push in and do something useful right now, because I'm not really sure what he has been doing the entire game. So I'm telling the Montana that we pretty much need to kill off both DDs, because if they are smart, they will just stay away, and of course they will win in 2 minutes time, because there is no chance in hell we are able to pick up all these points in 2 minutes. But the Öland actually makes a huge mistake. He pushes into me while shooting at the Montana, so I can pop my smoke and actually help our Montana to kill off this Öland. So now, just like that, it's 3 versus 1. But unfortunately, we need to kill this Akizuki, because we doesn't really matter if Montana takes C cap, I take B cap. We still have like almost 400 points. I mean, it's 1.5 minutes. So I'm telling the Bismarck that we really need to try and find this Akizuki. I also pinged the map where, according to my radio location, you see that white bow in the middle of the screen, which is my radio location skill, telling me which direction approximately that the enemy destroyer is. So I'm trying to tell him that he needs to help me hunt the Akizuki, because of course if I go trying killing an Akizuki, he will just shoot me and I will die. So we have taken the A cap and I'm taking the B cap, but still we won't be able to win this game. Even though we did this massive turnover, I mean, this game was looking so grim for the majority of the game. And now we actually had like a chance to win this game, but because my team was a bit too late to the party, it's impossible for us to win. So GG to the red team, and especially to the Akizuki, which played this really smart, not risking anything, just heading straight away. I mean, he took some last second shots, but yeah, really well played by the enemy team, and must really give kudos to the Montana on our team as well. He played really well. So all in all, 4 kills, almost a Kraken, 2 caps, 180k damage. First in the losing team, which is always nice, but it would be really great if we actually got a win. So I'm just complimenting some of the players on the enemy team, which played really good. And yeah, as you can see, this was a really great game. It was really down to the last seconds, and I really love the Asashio. I have a huge playlist on my channel regarding this ship, so please check it out if you're interested. Until next time, guys, have a good one. Bye bye.